Hello and welcome to my first look at Aquatico during the Steam Next Fest October 2022. And so we have. Ooh, one thing I have to do is get the music off. Forgot to do that. Oops. But anyway, here we go. You can customize a faction banner, change the name. There are different maps that they have, but only Shallow Reef and Wasteland are available to play at this moment. So we're going to come here. We're going to just choose the starting base difficulty. The basic idea of Aquatico is that a meteor has impacted the surface, making it uninhabitable, so everyone's going beneath the surface. So we've got to set up a base beneath the water and make both production and habitat domes. So this game has kind of a little bit of a tutorial built in to the setup here. So they just give you, just a little bit to go with here. So it's interesting here, and you have both colonists and drones. So people who've played Surviving Mars might be somewhat familiar with that. It's got some elements of Banished with it, except this is definitely futuristic. You can't help but look at the screen and kind of the buildings are showing you, that technology is a little bit more probably ahead of where we currently are, especially because of the level of drones. So, all right, here we are. First thing we've got to build is our base. Radioactive area, probably want to rotate. So we need to be near oil and probably ore and fertile to begin with. And the abyss is essentially areas that are not on the plateau we can build on. This is a giant can't build. A little bit of oil there. A little bit of oil there. Another small patch of oil. There's a patch of oil. That's a radioactive area. Ooh. Alright. Well, maybe we'll just set up our base kind of right there. There we go. And it just wants me to hover over and see what these things are, and they have different levels of goods. These are basic resources, energy resources, residents, drones, influence, happiness. Slow down time, speed up time, pause, controls, middle mouse button moves things around nicely. And rotate, scroll in, scroll out, there we go. So start with food production. And what we're probably going to do is try to put this, I think, as far up against this ridge as possible. And let's on pause. I said on pause. And here come my drones. Got some people in mech suits. But this is getting built. away they go. First, we've got to clear out what's in that area, and then we've got to bring over our plastics to build it. This drone is slowly constructing it here. This building, which is a basic food gathering. It'll just fish for us. Some basic food. And what we've got to do is we can come here, and then you can assign all yours. You can do automatic or you can do manual. I want manual. There we go. So we've got our fish facility working. And now we need a sponge collector. Sponge collector. This thing is gathering us sponges that we will use for all sorts of fun stuff. Let's see, rotate. About it is if start building here later and start getting rid of some of these sponges, we're going to be in a thing. So I'm maybe going to put my sponge collector over there. Let them go build that. We're building 300. We're getting 310 food per year. Probably their mussels or small fish or just, basic stuff. We now need an oil platform. So for an oil platform, you've got to get it all in the oil grid. So that's in the oil grid right there. And now we've also need a fuel refinery. And I'm gonna put that right there. In addition to our fuel refineries, you've got to move things via pipelines. So we're just going to build a pipeline right there, connecting the two of them. Alright. So we're going to need sponges for more stuff later, or more sponges. So we're just going to get a production boost on that. And we need to put a drone in there. The tutorial is going to continue for you. Gotta wait for that. Mech suit not going as well as at this point. The drones are faster than our mech suits. Now the drones are just hanging out, so we must be waiting on that. Here come more drones now. Are you starting the build process? Are you just removing that? Nope, apparently that sponge will live. Getting it all built. So we have a refinery, so we'll have oil going into fuel. And there's this refinery. We need to put a drone there to get it operating. We're now making fuel. Very good. Come here and do a plastics factory. This plastics factory will use sponges And will also need to be hooked into the pipeline. So we can also just do some harvesting. So we want to gather some stone, iron, and plastic. There we go. That'll just gather us some iron. Alright, additional panels, research. We want to be able to make power. We're going to research tidal turbine. You all come over and start harvesting. Alright. Let's put a drone in the plastic factory to make our basic building resource. Here we are. What is now going to be kind of this Mac Daddy building here. A small dome. And you kind of want to make, when you make room for pipes, because you can't do pipes over these other edges, it won't allow it. You need to allow essentially more room for pipes. So I'm essentially allowing, I made 3 spaces of allowance. I didn't quite make that many, but there's a kind of a pipe road that I'm having going along here, a place for a regular road. Now all these 3 buildings are pipe connected. These will continue, and they're constructing the first dome. And this will lead us to discover something very cool that they did with how things are built here. Residence, building overview, expedition map. See, other things we can get to once we have expedition jobs. Like, we're gonna need more drones, but you know, perennial problem. How close is this to being done? This bar is not very indicative. Not quite done. It appears it's still going. Alright. Voila. They've established that there's essentially a dome level space and a ground level space. So like, you essentially have, you know, you need to have enough for this pillar to be there to put the dome in. But we need an oxygen generator. And then we toggle down. Go to buildings here. Tidal turbine. We want to generate power here. We'll just rotate that. And this does also, pipelines also connect electricity. So I am connecting this pipeline in. And each building can only have 1 pipeline connection. Might not want to go in there. I don't have oxygen suits for you. I don't have oxygen built for you yet. Here comes an oxygen generator. Can't go there. No. I think we'll do that. And we're going to need to connect that right there. Drones use batteries. So to keep our drones going, we're going to need to make them batteries. Yep, we're going to need a battery factory. Okay, so now there's a pipeline not working right here. So broken pipeline socket. We have to there and click repair. Voila. In my test game, I actually ended up destroying that pipe piece and replacing it, which totally locked the tutorial. It's like, you're not going to progress. Like, oh great. Yeah, we can paint these things. Ah, see, look. Apply it to type so we can distinguish. Very cool. And the buildings, of course, look cooler if you take the grid off, although the grid is very useful. We're waiting for our tech to be done. How is research coming? A little more time for the battery factory. We got our plastics factory. Got tons of extra oxygen. Turn the grid back on. I have to send the pipes down there. I'm going to put that right there. And infrastructure. There we go. Are we going to have enough power? Oh, that's the oxygen generator. Alright. Are they kind of letting me go freeform from here on out? We have restaurants, housing, additional windows with residents, building overview. And to see what's upgraded. Quartz, glass, concrete. More workers. But yeah, we can see what our... We definitely need to make sure there's a battery. Okay, we're down power. We're going to optimize, produce, optimize. Got a little bit of production boost. There we go. We've now got our things balanced. Let's see, dome-wise, public buildings. There we go. Our colony is growing. Got 2 additional colonists. Production buildings. Feels like we've got all the basics we need. Food-wise. No houses for people? Alright, let's go. Housing. Let's see, 3 families. That's why. Alright. Now I think I need to come here. Banner. I think we need to make a drone factory. Kind of the next thing here. But I do like, you do research, you've got things going on. It's beautiful kind of things here. Like, you're just looking at it and you're just like... And you can optimize and produce. Like, used versus produced. Just like, you need energy. The drones. Probably going to, what is it, production? Turn the grid back on. Probably going to need another turbine here. Close. Won't fit another one. But take a pipeline. Here we go. Alright, how's the research coming? The hunters. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. But you can kind of see we're just spending some of our credits. Let's see, current month. Research cost, build cost. And then they also have this cool thing known as directives that you can eventually start unlocking. You only have so many directive points, but you can basically spend money to, influence how things are. All right. Research complete. Um, decoration banner. Let's just research this combo. So let's, what is this? Production buildings, drone factory, plastic energy. Let's do that there. Where do we want the drone factory? Drone. Um, um, let's see. Cancel gathering. Clear buildings. Demolish that. We want to keep this close to the plastic factory. Not domes, not public. Alright, we'll do that. And we can now have this essentially come up here and hook in like that. Your production boost is a good one. Drones have arrived. Let's see. Might need big baskets to just get a little bit more food. Don't know if we quite have enough food coming in. Iron mine, tool, food production. Upkeep 50 oxygen. Operated by drone. Sponges produce small fish. Let's see. If we go to this here, we want the Sea Hunter's Lodge in approximate and nearby. So, food building wise, how big is this going to be? Eventually we're on a fisherman's hub. We'll do... I think that... There we go. Need some more plastic is the answer. That's some plastic. Yeah, we'll just gather that plastic. And drone. Use some of our oxygen. And that's another type of food. Is this... Yep. Alright, let's go here. Underwater field. Do seaweed and cucumber. Slowly making progress. Eventually we will have shark on the menu. Oh, we need iron. Stone. That's... No. And gather that plastic too. On. More research. Okay, that would allow us property taxes. Clothing shop. Just reduce how much food we consume. Progress is being made. And as you can see here, there is a huge kind of tech tree here that gets all the way, you know, down to here. So there's a huge amount of development you can do in this game. It's just a matter of getting there. That iron? That may be iron. There we go. Although the ironic part is it gives the iron symbol when you're gathering stone and the stone symbol when you're gathering iron. But collecting all this stuff leaves people with stuff to do. But I think that's where we're going to pause or stop my first look here, because from this, you should be able to see, what's going on here. It's a matter of unlocking new buildings, keeping developing, building your base. So I think it's kind of thing. Oh, battery production is just keeping up. Ooh, how did that happen? But I'm really excited to see what happens here, because this is fairly interesting. Oh, low space in stock. I guess it may be time to build a depot. And bring up the grid again. Yep. Rotate. And there we go. Even more iron needs. But we're going to go ahead and pause here. That I think this is good enough to show you, what this game is about. Definitely interesting. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me, and be seeing you.